The whole premise of Black Lives Matter, to me, isn't even actually real. The premise is that police brutality affects black people, especially black men, due to racism. I don't think any of that correlates. I don't think police are intentionally targeting black people. I don't think there's an issue with the police with black people. It's not only black people who die at the hands of the police. People died because they committed crimes and weren't apprehending. I agree that police brutality is definitely wrong, and I've seen where police have had bad air judgments, bad techniques that were messed up. But police also have a difficult job. They have an important job. Maybe there are some policing issues that can be improved. I never got involved with anything related to Black Lives Matter or BLM, like protests or anything like that, because I didn't really feel like there's that much of an issue. When people are killed by the police, there's a wrong done. They get arrested, and justice gets carried out. They get judged by a court of law to determine if it was justified or if it was homicide or manslaughter. Police get off easier, some people argue. Maybe that's an issue, but I still don't see how it's a race issue. I think more of the problem is family situations, not racism when it comes to black people and crime and the law. That could be because of the history in this country with slavery and discrimination, but you choose to stay in that situation and they choose to act up and make themselves look worse to somehow make it seem like there's racism, but now you're giving people a reason to be racist. And maybe that excuses that by your own behavior and your own actions. To me, it makes it seem like that they make black people the image of the enemy of law enforcement. I don't really understand why black people would promote this image, especially black women who are even more vulnerable. They focus just on black men, and not just black men, but black men that are committing crimes. For me, it's like if you look at black on black crime, who gets hurt by black on black crime? It's mostly black men and then black women and black children. They are basically, in a way, proposing for more crime for black people, more danger for black people, to basically benefit a few people who have issues with the police because they have problems following the law. Like, why would you focus on a couple random police officers who may have caused the death of a black criminal, but you never focus on your own safety? Like, you're making the police the one thing that you can go to more hostile towards you when there are already connotations about black women. They don't want to say that there's, self-hate in the community, but I think that's all it comes down to. They want to have this, white versus black mentality, but I think more of it is the devaluement of black lives. I understand black men and black women may feel like they're under attack, so they can't focus on, the problems that they have. They don't focus on the real problems. They alienate themselves, and maybe they feel alienated. People talking poorly about black people and being racist, those people are only doing that because black people have some negative factors that go with their image. The best way to get back at those people is self-improvement. If you have no self-improvement, then you can't really claim anything. You think being a thug or being a criminal or being low level is going to get you some sort of success or is going to be your image, then you're basically saying that you'll never amount to anything. It's not an attack on black people, it's just that you need to actually think of your reality, think of what can actually make you better. Not that, the criminal image of black men, that's just how black people are, and they are just being mistreated by the police. The association of criminality with being black, it's an excuse, and it's backwards. People associate black people who are people who break the law. It paints black people as criminals. I don't know why anyone would embrace this idea if you're black, unless you're a criminal and you want to condone your behavior. Being a criminal doesn't have anything to do with being black. Why keep an image of this when it'll hurt you first, and then you want to ignore it to keep you from looking a certain way, but the criminal image of black men comes back to you. Black Lives Matter want to address these issues as a black and white issue, but they won't address so many other issues like education, employment, medical, like maternity issues. I mean, like, they're not really focused on issues that make black lives not matter. The only time they really seem to care is when, we're talking about the whole situation with police officers and black men. Generally, it seems like an image they prefer. Black criminals, black hoods. Like, you're not going to present there's a better way of going about things, about life and the law. It goes into the whole thing with self-hate and devaluement. The image that black men have allowed society to paint them in says it all. When they try to claim black male criminals as their image with police brutality, where they act like they have a problem with the law, siding with career criminals, you'll never come from a place from better seeing yourself in a better light because you see yourself this way. Like, if you see yourself as a criminal, then you shouldn't be out in society. You have that mindset and you're never gonna make it anywhere far, and then you blame everyone else when it was all along just you and your faulty image and identity of yourself. If you are associating all these negative things with being black, then why would you think that anyone would ever see you in a better social status? They can't really. This is how you see yourself, and this is how you present yourself. In your mind, being a black man is something negative, as if Black Lives Matter presents black men as having a criminal record and career criminals. When you try to associate this with black men, then you will never see yourself as something great when you constantly devalue being black. When you devalue yourself and you devalue each other and you never see yourself as worthy, then that's basically the result. Colorism is completely internalized. This is, to me, why they're more incarcerated and the prison sentences are longer, because they see themselves negatively and basically act out that way. The whole idea of colorism with dark skin is that they associate themselves with being more aggressive and more animalistic. They think they should be looked at different, as if lesser human beings. This will obviously cause problems because they're holding themselves to low standards when they're supposed to be a part of civilized society.